All over the world, the issues around food, clothing, and shelter has been a crucial issue to handle. If you can address the issues of clothing, food, and housing, then you've addressed the most crucial issues of life. It's on this note that I welcome you to another beautiful edition of CEOs Hangout with me, Godwin Sunday. Today we'll be hanging out with a phenomenal personality when it comes to the real estate sector. And of course, you know, this sector is one sector that is at the peak of every conversation. And my guest happens to be, I call him a principality in that sector. I know you're curious to know who my guest is right now. Go nowhere as CEOs Hangout continues in a moment. Welcome back. Like I said, the issues about shelter and real estate cannot be overemphasized. That's why today I'm hanging out with a principality in the real estate sector, and it's no other than Engineer Dr. Yunusa Aliyu. You're welcome to CEOs Hangout.
Thank you very much. My pleasure to have you.
Wow. Finally, we get to meet the CEO of MC Dreams Concept.
Thank you. You're highly welcome.
All right. So, first and foremost, we want to find out from you, what triggered you to come into the real estate sector? Tell us, share with us your journey so far into the real estate sector.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. As you rightly said, I'm engineer Dr. A.S. Yunusa. I'm the managing director of Dream Concepts Limited. This industry is ours. From introduction, I said I'm an engineer by profession. Coming into the industry with our own internship, we discovered that our services are needed to provide safety and integrity to the housing, while we came in as an intern back in the days. So being in the industry and journeying from a structural engineer to a quality assurance officer to a supervisor to a project manager, then we see that this now belongs to us. This industry is now ours. Looking at our other professional colleagues like architects and other things, so it's just like we evolve in the industry. The industry is ours, considering the background of study that I have, my basic study, which is civil engineering.
So what would I say that you were not cajoled into the line?
No.
Like other, you're not a roadside.
We're not roadside real estate developers. As I said, as someone that has his first degree in civil engineering, I think this is our own. Yes.
Engineer Yunusa, so I understand also that there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to the real estate sector. Do you mind sharing with us, take us through that stories, or what are some of the misconceptions you feel that people have around the real estate sector?
Okay, actually, the industry has a lot of misconceptions. Let me start from the perception first. Like, especially in the federal capital here in Abuja, when you hear that someone is operating in the real estate sector, the first thing that comes to your mind is this is a billionaire. So that is the first misconception. People attach luxury to real estate owners, not considering the fact that this is an industry that is one of the major players in the economic stability of the country. Like, people don't look at that impact the sector is making, or the sector, the gap the sector is trying to bridge. So people look at real estate owners or real estate business managers as an oil to milk. So I think this is one of the major misconception, and it's one of even the challenges we are facing in perception of people. And that was why you said the industry is becoming crowded, that it's also giving a lot of people wrong mindset. Someone that's supposed to, like as I introduced myself, I told you the trajectory I follow through. So someone that's supposed to start from that basic and be evolving, so that person also want to become a CEO in the real estate industry because of that first misconception.
All right, interesting, Dr. Yunusa. In the face of competition, especially when it has to do with stringent competition, how does your company stay afloat? How have you been able to surmount the competition, especially within the Federal Capital Territory where we have real estate springing forth everywhere? Have you been able to cope?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. It's actually an interesting thing that the industry is attracting more players or more people that want to contribute. Let me say the market is there. Like currently, we have over 20 million housing deficit in Nigeria. 20 million. Then, as a developer, how many units can you deliver? When you said over 20 million, it means there are 20 million citizens of the country that actually need house. They need these houses to stay inside, but the house is not there, it's not available. So 20 million customers, and how many players do we have? So the industry is not actually saturated. And one thing that kept us going is the aspect of segmentation. We know who we are serving, we understand the business, we know actually people, because there was a statistic that says that actually about 30 to 40% of people that need houses cannot afford it. So we know we identify people that can afford the houses, because in the industry there are different type of players. Our landlords that are collecting rents from people, they are also in real estate industry. People that build hostels for students, they are in real estate industry. Then people that sell lands in even our villages where we come from and towns to Abuja here too, they are also a player in the industry. But we as stakeholders, we look at ourselves as stakeholders. We actually, in Abuja here, we have our union, Coalition of Abuja Builders. Then we have our umbrella body of Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. So we see ourselves as people who is trying to bridge the housing deficit in the country. We know that the government cannot provide that, cannot bridge that gap on their own. So we see ourselves as someone who is assisting the government in providing shelter for the Nigerian citizen. As you said, rightly said from your introduction, one of the basic things that a man needs, after even what we are sitting down under now, is a product of real estate.
Interesting. One looking at Engineer Aliu Yunusa, you look like one that does not have any challenge. And of course, I want to go toward that line that there is no challenge, because you're looking all fresh and all robust and all neatly dressed. But then I also understand from the other perspective that business have challenge. You do want to share with us if you've ever had any challenge in your line of business, especially the real estate sector, because I know you don't have any.
Yes, we always look like that. Like I remember about months ago, I was telling someone, I'm broke. Oh. He said, how will you be broke?
It's almost impossible.
So that is how some people, we have challenges too. Like if you are up to date, like you must be up to date in the economic situation of our country. So many policies happens recently that is just like a direct arrow to the real estate industry. Like imagine a situation where something you are buying before automatically skyrocketed to over 120% increase. So this is a challenge, because this will push you back to the drawing board, assemble your teams and start strategizing. So I'm actually referring to the removal of subsidy and a unification of exchange rates. So this was capitalized by the market, and a lot of our construction materials move up. According to Guardian newspaper, they recorded 200%, but we that are here, we knew that is above 200%. But one thing that will keep you going is that business itself is a challenge. Putting business together is a challenge, and you have to first of all embrace those challenge, swallow it and relax, then so that you as a strategic leader, you can keep on motivating your team, putting on their thinking button, so that they can come up with measures at which these challenges can be curbed or can be caged. So we have the challenges. Inflation is one of our challenges, and we are strategizing on how to deal with them. Then secondly, accessibility to land is one of the greatest challenge real estate industry. Not only Mark Dream as a company, other real estate industry players is one of the accessibility to land. Like the land, the process of having access to the land is tedious, or is, let me say, expensive. Like, if you know, the campaign of every government in the country is affordable housing.
Yes.
And if you want me as a player, as someone that is trying to help the government to bridge housing deficit, is someone, because when we bridge the houses, we reduce insecurity indirectly. Then me, the land I need to build on, is not available, or the process of acquiring the land is not available. Like, the process is too tedious. As you are sitting down now, if you acquire a piece of land somewhere, for you to even have your original title document, it will take a lot of rigorous process. These things are not automated. So those are one of the, and that is what give room to fraudulent act that is prevalent in the most prevalent in the industry. So accessibility to land is also another challenge. Then access to finances, like as we said, we are into manufacturing. We need money to produce before we can sell. Then when the money is not available for you to deliver on time, or wrong, because in one of the challenge of inflation is that it is time. It's time bound. So if you have access to finance that you can buy in bulk, you can do a lot of things in bulk, that impact will come down. But access to funding also is not there. The interest rate is high. Imagine if you approach commercial banks now, you have not anything less than 25 to 30%. Then at the end of the day, even the process before you can even get it, the timing you are trying to hedge against is already out of it. So now, with this process, with this interest rate, how will I be able to deliver affordable housing? So coming back to what I said, that over 30% of people that actually need the house cannot afford it. So these are the factors. These are many more. If I want to list them, there are even many, that the challenges that the industry is facing.
Interesting, Dr. Aliyu. I, for one, I want to own a property.
Okay. You are welcome.
Thank you.
We'll give you a payment plan.
Well, Dr. Aliyu, let's look at this again. What are those factors that potential buyers should then look out for when entering into the real estate market, especially in the face of the Nigerian current economic climate?
Okay. The best advice we give someone that either want to come into the industry, or you want to acquire a property, or what have you, is that first of all, you should get a real estate lawyer. Yes, and it's not all lawyers that practice in real estate. So get a real estate lawyer, someone that has been practicing in the real estate industry, that knows the law, to help you acquire the property. Then also, you can also look, there are credible real estate agents out there that you can also buy, either acquire land or property through, because these agents, they have been helping people to be buying houses, to be buying land. They know people that are credible. They know people that has integrity. They know people that, well, if you give them your money will not disappear into the thin air. So they know people that can protect your investment. Then also you can visit a lot of real estate and check their track record. Like someone that is already 3 to 4 years in the industry and they are still there doing very fine, you know that these people doesn't come to grab opportunity and run away. So they establish themselves as a business with a business with credible record to go through or to reference. Like most of us in this industry, we have houses that we have delivered that people are living into. So if you want to buy house in my company, you can go to those our estates that people are living inside and ask them about their experiences of acquiring property with us. But number one, you're supposed to know that for someone to acquire a property with me, within 2 years the person is living in the property, I'm credible enough. And also other real estate company. So first of all, that is for you to like check the credibility of the industry. Then secondly, you have to look at your finances. Like you want to acquire something that will cost you not less than 20 million. So you have to look at what is my monthly income, what is the payment plan, and what is my own plan. Because there are people buy property for different reasons. So there are people that buy to live inside. Then there are people that are try to buy for their retirement. You know, people also use real estate as their to secure their retirement as a retirement plan. Like most of the landlords that you see that they are not understanding, that is their retirement plan. So they will not allow you to come and like destroy their retirement plan. So you have to know what's your plan, either short, medium, or long-term plan. Then you have a plan and strategy of how you can align your plan or your goal with the current reality. Like now, if you come to me, one good thing we do in this our company is that we render real estate advisory services also. It's not about buying from McDream. It's not about buying from us. Immediately you contact us, we'll try to know why did you want to buy the properties, so that we can be able to advise you, we can be able to guide you in having the real value for your money, and also to guide you to fulfill that your investment plan. So that I believe with this doing your checks and having your plan, you can easily come into the industry. You are welcome.
Let me say officially thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
But then again, can you share with us any success story or case study of clients who have benefited from your company's services?
Okay, yes, like we in our real estate association, one thing we used to brag about is that we are the only people that pray for our clients.
Interesting.
If you become our clients today, we will be praying for you that whatever business you are doing, God should bless that business. Well, we know if God is blessing you, you will buy more property. And we are the only person now that if you buy our property too, anytime you are coming in, you host occasion, you call your friends that today I am opening my house. So you are proud of owning a property. So we have a lot of them. Like go to even Mabushi here where we are. We have 2 estates that people are living in, and if you go to our website, you will see there are testimonials. People are happy. It's like it's some of an esteem, a pride for someone to have a house. Like if you see someone that will be bragging of success, one of the metrics he or she will use to know that yes, now I'm successful is that I have acquired my own property, I acquired this land, I have investment here, I have investment there. So the experience we give our clients is superb. And if you go to our website, and even if you go to most of our properties and ask them, they will give you that testimonial for you to know that, yeah.
Well, Doctor, just before I let you go on this segment, I want to ask at this point, what makes McDream's concept very unique in the market and different from every other company in the real estate sector?
Okay, one thing is will stand you out in the real estate industry is credibility and trust. So we are trustworthy and we are credible. So that is what we preach with to our staffs. That's what we preach to our agents. So we don't give room for any iota of doubt. So as an agent, if our house is 10 million, if you are telling anybody both in or out of the country is 10 million, if you ask 100 people, it's 10 million. So once you can establish that trust and credibility, you are there. It's not about spiritual this thing, sango or anything. No, once you have these two things, you are credible and you are trustworthy, people will come to you. So that is one of the advantage we are enjoying as a company.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, sir, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Let's do this again. Let's get personal with you. Let's talk about some of those things that nobody know about the CEO right now. And the first on our list is, what do you do for relaxation?
Yes, someone must play. Yes, so it depends on the type of play. It's what defines you as a person. So yes, I am a football fan.
Which team, to be precise?
I'm a die-hard Arsenal fan.
Bad team.
So you cannot.
It's a bad team. You're supporting a bad team. No. Very bad team.
I'm talking to you. I'm telling about a club that is at the top of the Premier League.
I'm telling you to come to Liverpool. Come to a good team.
Yeah. So I'm talking about a club that is at the top of Premier League. So yes. I'm an Arsenal fan.
All right.
And one of the ways I relax is by watching football. So that is one of them. Then two is by hanging out. Like hanging out not on a serious level, like hang out with friends and associates and chill, take one or two things. Then the other way I actually wind away my time is networking. So I belong to various networking activities. Like if you look at my office, you see youth that, youth this, youth that. So I involve in them, and it's one of the way I relax. I invested my leisure time in them. As I'm a member of YALI. In fact, so to cry it in Abuja here, I'm the deputy coordinator too.
Wow, so, interesting. After all this company management, you find time to relax.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. So, again, when people look at you, they feel that the CEO eats manna that falls from heaven, or the CEO does not even eat. So I'm curious, what's your favorite meal?
Okay, it sounds funny. My favorite meal is pounded yam.
And which soup, sir?
Egusi. Egusi.
Interesting.
That bubble egusi, not that one that has bubbles. Yes, that you can use to act as meat while you are eating them.
Wow. All right. So which CEO inspires you the most?
Do you know Stripe Masiwa?
I know Miwa, yeah.
Yes. So he's also in line of your business too. He's one of the CEOs I look up to, because all these things I said about myself, he's also a football fan. Then he plays in different types of industry, and he's very intelligent, and he inspires young people to become CEOs. So he preaches moving from employee to become an entrepreneur. So he's one of the CEOs I look up to.
Looking around your office, all I can see is books. And I want to ask at this point, what's your favorite book of all times?
My favorite book of all time is by Robert Kiyosaki. So I'm one of his fans. He's Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yes, the book is actually one of those books that inspire you to look at money in different way. Remember all this thing we are talking about, real estate is money in another language. So Robert Kiyosaki actually did a very wonderful work in that book. So I read the book, and years I'll go back and read it again. So it's one of my Bible that I used to guide my life. Yes.
Interesting. So which book are you currently reading as a CEO?
Okay, I'm reading this book by my side here called Strategy.
Can we see the book?
Yes, this book I'm reading now.
Wow.
Yes, it's called Strategy.
So just as before we let you go, what are your predictions for the future of the real estate market? And how is your company ready for that future, for the future predictions?
Okay, like as a company, our long-term plan is number one, we must be in existence beyond 100 years. That's one of our plan. Then secondly, we must be in 2/3 of Nigerian states and at least 2/3 of West African countries. And also looking at real estate industry, you are our customer. And
potential customer.
Yes. Your unborn children, they are our customer. Those your children, they are our prospect. So we look at population projection, and if you look at it, we all know the projection for Africa in 2050. So that is the market, because as number of human existence increase, the potential of the market also increase. So people used to say that real estate started from the time of our forefather Adam, and it will witness till the end of the world, because as the population keep on increasing, the market keep on increasing. Once anybody is doing wedding, we are happy, because once they wedded, they must give birth, and those children must grow, and they must need where to stay. So I think you can see the continuity of the market. So the market is everlasting, and we are prepared for it.
So looking at the world digitalization right now, so there is no, are there digital projections also for the market?
Yes, like almost let me say 50% of businesses have they have presence digitally. So, and also with the disruption of AI in every industry, so we are also in it too. Like now, about some years ago, you don't hear anything about IoT in real estate, or automation, or smart as we call it, but now they are there. Then 3D visualization, as you are sitting down now, I can give you some technology that you'll be here, you walking into our houses as if you are living inside. So these are digital innovations that comes into the industry, and we also try to take advantage of them just to give our clients better experiences and more value for their money.
Interesting. People that want to come into this sector, or people that want to own houses, what's the minimum amount they should look at, the budget to come into the sector, or to have own a property within Abuja?
I hope you don't have interest of pointing.
No, not into the sector.
You keep on asking
not into the sector per se. No, owning a property, not the sector.
Okay, now owning a property.
Owning a property in Mark Dreams properties and in the concept or something. Or now, if I want to come into that, I want to own a property with you. What's the minimum amount that I should budget if I want to own a property?
It depends where.
Minimum.
It depends where. The location define it. But like in Mark Dream, we have a property as minimum as 15 million. But
Okay.
do you know where that place is? That is in Lokoja.
No, I mean Abuja.
So in Abuja, the minimum amount of property we have here in Abuja is 25 million, and it's 2 bedroom.
Okay.
So, and that is in Life Camp, close to Idugwari. So I believe you can, even if you don't want to stay there, you are bigger than staying in Idugwari, so you can buy it for investment. Well,
Engineer Dr. Aliu said his mind. He didn't say my own mind. I don't know why you said I'm bigger than. Well, we want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you.
All right, so as a last word before we let you go, what advice will you give to younger versions of yourself or younger Nigerians that want to come into the real estate sector, but they see it like from magnifying lens, and they tend to look at it from this lens of thinking that it is one hulu balloon, where if you come in the next 2 minutes, you're already making your money. And also, what will you say to dissuade people that are already engaging in fraudulent activities in that sector? And what recommendations can you give to the government? See, these are the 3-in-1 question.
Okay, thank you very much for this question. So I, as a person, I'm passionate about young people development. And one thing first of all, let me start from the government. The government need to invest more on the mindset reorientation. Mindset reorientation, because a lot of us, we have got it wrong. We believe that if I graduate today, tomorrow I should be driving a Benz. Next tomorrow I should be in a mansion. So government need to educate the citizens, or especially the young people, that life is a process. Yesterday we are somewhere, today we are here. I just told you about future now, that in future this is where we aim to be. So the difficulty comes, fraudulent act comes in when we want to jump the steps. So life is a process. That's what young people need to know. Few years ago, about 20 years ago, most of us, we are on site using plumb and square to be checking buildings. But today we are here presiding over a company, drawing strategic directions. So it's a process. So young people should understand that life is a process, success is a process too, and they should not believe that education is a scam. It's actually not a scam. The best investment today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow is knowledge. What I believe I know now, everything I've been telling you is things I know. Tomorrow you might come, next tomorrow you might come, and I will know better than that, and I will give more insight analysis than what I'm telling you today. And when you invest in knowledge, automatically you are going to earn more. So young people should first of all embrace that this life is a process. It's step by step, move from here, move there. The most important thing is that you should be moving. You should not keep on sitting down and have a wishful thinking. And secondly, we should embrace the culture of learning, continuous learning and enlightenment. And also young people should take networking very serious, because what will pay you in future, today I'm connected to you. If you want to buy a property, out of 10 to 5 I will come to your mind.
Sure.
So but if we never cross, if you never meet, I may not come to you, I may not come to your mind. So young people should take advantage of networking. Social media makes it very easy now. So from social media you can network a lot, build your visibility and position yourself as someone that is a person of value, not someone that is a parasite, that once someone contacts you, the person value started going down. So I think this is my advice from government perspective and my own perspective as well. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much. The conversations on real estate cannot be exhausted, but this is how far we can go today on the show CEOs Hangout. I know you had fun just the way I did. Well, this is how far we can go. I am Godwin Sunday, and it's bye for now.